What it do? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. If you're coming on, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, tag Lolly Dolly everybody, and let them know. Prophet Ramon, the squad, we're live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Today is Friday, fabulous, favor-filled Friday. So please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Please do me a favor, put in the comments what city you're watching us from today. I really appreciate all of you for continuing to support the Ramonepreston Show. I appreciate all of you who are a part of our business community. So whether you are a part of our Millionaire Blueprint, our Millionaire Mentorship program, or any of our programs that we provide for business and financial education and training, I want to say thank you so much. Everything that I provide to my community is really an extension of who I am as a person and what I believe is needed and necessary for our community, especially when it comes to business and finance. So thank you so very much. Again, I want you to hit the like button, hit the share button, tag somebody, let them know the Ramonepreston Show is live today, Friday, June the 3rd, 2022. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. I am the host of the Ramonepreston Show, and every Monday through Friday right here 12 o'clock noon we show up to share information with you that we know can help you start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, if you have ministries, your income streams, and your wealth building dreams. So whether you are looking to start a business but you just don't know how to start it, maybe you want to start a holding company but you don't quite know how to start it, maybe you don't know how to structure it, maybe you don't understand the fundamentals of filing your paperwork for your holding company, forming it, making sure that it's done correctly. Maybe you have a LLC or multiple LLCs, but they're disorganized. They don't really flow together and you don't know how to put it together to make it make sense. What we share with you on this show and what we provide through our consulting, our coaching, and our training programs is what helps you to properly start your holding companies and your operating entities and properly structure them so that you can have systems and processes. I mean, imagine if you're an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you have an organization, imagine how better your life would be if you had your organization structured in a way that it was operating efficiently, that you're not confused, you don't know if you're coming or going. Imagine if you had a system of systems and processes and practices and procedures in place in your business that it made it easy for you to run it. I guarantee your life would be better. So I want to help you make that happen. And this is one of the reasons why I show up every day, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern, to share information with you. So today on the Ramonepreston Show, I want to talk to you about sales. Now, for me, I believe sales, and some of you probably believe the same thing, but I know a lot of people who don't believe this, so I can't assume you believe what I believe. But for me, and for most professionals that I'm around, sales is the lifeline or the lifeblood of business. Sales is the lifeline of business. So, you know, like a human body, we have a jugular vein, like the main vein in our neck, right? And so you may have heard stories where somebody got cut in their jugular vein and they couldn't stop bleeding and they died very quickly because of how big the vein was and how much blood they lost. Well, guess what? Sales is that lifeline. Sales is like the jugular vein of a business. Because let's be honest, if you own a business, or even if you don't own a business, If you work on a job and you have employment, if you do not make money on your job, you're not going to survive, are you? Well, guess what? If you have a business and your business don't make money, your business is not going to survive. And so whether you use the word sales, whether you use the word profit, whether you use the word revenue, whether you use the word income, or whether you use the word money, guess what? All of these words are synonymous with sales. So it doesn't matter what you want to do in your life personally. It doesn't matter what you want to do in your life professionally. If you're going to succeed financially in anything that you intend to do, your success is going to be tied to your sales, because sales is the lifeline of your business. So when you hear people who say, I don't want to sell, I don't want to be a salesperson, I don't want to make sales, what they're saying is, I don't want to make a profit. I don't want to make revenue. I don't want to make income. I don't want to make money. So in order for you to get more comfortable with sales, you have to not only have the right mindset about sales, but you also have to have the right skill set for sales. This is something that it took me a while to learn. I'll be the first to admit, I didn't learn this overnight, because when I got into entrepreneurship, I didn't understand the professional side of sales. I didn't understand that sales were actually synonymous with profit. I didn't understand that sales were synonymous with revenue. I didn't understand that sales was synonymous with income. I didn't understand that sales was synonymous with money, which means when I even got a job, or when I started my business and I started doing work on my own as an entrepreneur, I didn't equate sales or selling with these things. I always felt like, oh, being a salesperson is a profession for certain people. It was like, if you was a salesperson, you were just a certain type of person, no different than if you was a construction worker or if you was a barber. But here's the thing, no matter what profession you are in, I want you to understand this. If sales is the lifeblood of business, no matter what profession you're in, that profession needs to be blanketed. It needs to be covered. It actually needs to be protected and surrounded by this thing called sales. So I don't know what type of business you have, whatever type of business you have or what type of business you're in, I want you to put in the comments what type of business you're in. So are you in landscaping? Are you plumbing? Are you an electrician? Are you an online salesperson? Do you have an apparel retail store? Or maybe you're an employee. What is your role as an employee? Are you an assistant? Are you an IT person? Are you a maintenance person? Do you do janitorial work? Do you do cleaning? Are you a mechanic? Whatever the industry or the type of business or work that you do, I want you to put it in the comments. I want you to put it in the comments, okay? Put that in the comments, because I want to show you something real quick. Whatever the business is that you're doing, whatever the type of work that you do, whatever your career choice is, whatever type of employment you have, if you work on a job, what is your employment? What is your job? I want you to understand something. That position that you have should be about sales. Even if you're not in the sales department, okay, you might work on a job or in a business that has a sales department. Or if you own a business, your business might not be considered sales because you the landscaper, right? Or you are the mechanic, or you do detail, or you clean. Here's what you don't understand. Even though you're doing those things technically or tactically, you still have a sales position. Because guess what? Let's say if you detail cars. Let's say if you have an online store. Let's say if you clean commercial or residential places. Let's say if you're a real estate investor, or you're a real estate agent, or let's say you're a truck driver. Well, if you do not make sales, if you don't have anybody that comes into your life as a client or a customer, you're not going to make sales, which means it doesn't matter what you do. You're not going to be able to keep doing it because you're not going to be making money from it. So first and foremost, I want you to understand that your sales is the lifeline of your business. And again, if you do not have a business, because I'm really starting to talk a lot about people who don't have businesses, because we have a lot of people on the internet that's trying to convince you that you don't need a job, you need a business, when the truth is you might not need a business. You need to understand that you are a business, and that you can find a business to work in that allows you to grow as a person, and you can use that business to fulfill your goals. You don't always have to own the business yourself and then as a single solopreneur, because you're really not a business owner if it's not a real business. You're just an independent solopreneur trying to do something called business, but it ain't working because you're not making enough money. And so I don't want you to work backwards. But either way, whatever the role is that you play in a company, whatever the responsibilities are, whatever the position is that you hold in a business, I want you to understand that you need to blanket that role, that responsibility, that position with sales. Because if you learn how to sell yourself, if you learn how to sell the products and the services, if you learn how to do this, guess what's going to happen? You're going to learn how to do this. So most people who say, oh, I need money. I'm trying to find a way to make some money. So all they do is say, well, I just need another job, or I need to work more hours. What you really need to be doing is learning how to sell. Because even if you can't find another job or be able to work more hours, it's not because you don't want to work more hours or you don't want to work another job. It's because you don't know how to sell yourself. Because your profits are connected to your sales. Your revenue sales, your income sales, your money sales is not always in the techniques of something you do. It's a lot about how you sell yourself or how you sell the things that you do. Okay, so we want to establish that fact. Sales is the lifeline of business. Okay, the next thing that I want to establish is that sales is all about two things. Sales is about your mindset, and sales is about your skill set. I'm really going to be doing a lot of talking about this in the next few weeks, especially with my mentorship group, my coaching clients, and a lot of the students that I converse with on a week-to-week basis, because what I'm starting to find out more and more each day, that I work with more and more entrepreneurs and more people who are professionals trying to get their finances together. I'm learning more and more each day that people really don't have an idea problem. People really don't have an opportunity problem. People really don't have an exposure problem. Most people, whether they are entrepreneurs or not, have a sales problem. So if it's one thing that I would highly recommend that you need to learn just for the survival of your life, it is for you to learn how to sell. This is why I'm going to be talking a lot about this. I'm actually going to be doing some workshops real soon within the next few weeks right here And we provide workshops for our mentorship clients. So those who are in our coaching program, we provide regular workshops for them. And in addition to all the online training we give them access to, in addition to coaching sessions we provide for them to really help them with their business, we also provide workshops where you can come into my office, in person or virtual, and you can spend the day with us, and we can work with you on certain things that will make your business successful. One of the workshops that we have is a workshop on sales. And so what we do in this workshop, first and foremost, is we help shape your mind about the importance of this thing called sales. Because your business is not going to survive without sales. And here's the truth, because I have a nonprofit organization, I have a church-controlled organization, and I have a for-profit, a holding company. And so I know both ways. Okay, you might not be selling in your nonprofit, but you still need revenue. You still need donors, you still need sponsors, you need grants, you need funding, you need people to help fund your nonprofit endeavors. Well, guess what? You can call it what you want to call it. Revenue, tithes and offerings, donations, sponsorships, grants, funding, partnerships. I don't care what you call it. On a balance sheet or on a profit and loss statement is still sales, because sales is profit, sales is revenue, sales is income, sales is money. You can't run nothing without sales. And so if you wrap your mind around the fact that what's preventing you from being financially free, what's preventing you from making more money, what's preventing you from increasing your income is sales. If you can wrap your mind around that, I hope you really hear me and that you're really paying attention to me. If you can wrap your mind around that, it's gonna change your life forever. Because now you can start processing the truth that, oh, okay, the reason why I don't have more money is because I don't understand more about sales. The reason why I cannot increase my income, whether it's on a job or whether it's in my business or in my personal life, is because I have not increased my understanding of this thing called sales. There is no other way. Like, even if somebody gave you more money, right? Let's just say somebody gave you more money than what you got today. Where is that money they're giving you coming from? That money had to come from some sale. Somewhere in the marketplace, there was an exchange that took place. And that exchange that took place increased the money that someone had who was able to give you more money. So there's nothing that's going to come to you in the form of money, in the form of income, in the form of revenue and profit that doesn't link back to a sale that was made. So number one, you got to wrap your mind around this thing called sales. You got to develop the mindset. And so that means you can't say, oh, I'm a tree guy. No, you're not. You need to be a salesperson who knows how to do trees. Oh, you're going to say, I am the mechanic. I'm the mechanic. No, you're not. You're a salesperson who happens to know about cars. Oh, I got a retail store. No, you don't. You're a salesperson. Everything you do needs to be wrapped around sales, period. So it's going to start with mindset, because this is one thing that a lot of people never get the mindset of. Then it goes to skill set. So you can't get the skill set until you get the mindset. All right. So let me show you how this should look. So let's say this bubble here, this is sales, right? This is going to be the sales bubble. This is our sales bubble, right? This is sales. Everything about this bubble is sales. Sales, sales, sales. Now, what are some words that we associate to sales? Do you remember some of the words that are synonymous with sales? What are some of them? Okay? Profit, What are some other words that's synonymous with sales? Revenue. What are some other words? Income. What are some other words? Money. So here's how you have to shape your mind. Everything in your life revolves around this. There's always something going on in your life with a sale, with an exchange of an idea, with an exchange of a product, with an exchange of a service that's generating profit, money, income, revenue. That's creating sales, because this is how business works. Remember, this is the lifeline of business. Business works this way. All the other stuff don't make business. This is what makes business. There are businesses today that are massively successful that don't own one product or one service. Think about that. Like Elon Musk just showed the world. Elon Musk took pre-orders in for vehicles and for flights to the moon and for semi-trucks that were going to be electric. He took pre-orders, meaning that he didn't have a product. He didn't have anything physical, tangible to give anybody. He just took pre-orders. But his sales went up, his profits went up, his money went up, his income and revenue went up because he exchanged an idea with the world or with the market without even having a product or a service to give somebody. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the mindset you got to have. So now when you make sure that your world is revolving around that from a business perspective, now whatever it is that you do, okay, I'm a teacher. Well, being a teacher needs to be within the circle of being a salesperson. Oh, I'm a mechanic. Okay. Well, you're a salesperson. I'm a designer. What other name? What other name? Oh, I'm a coach. Okay. I'm a truck driver. Okay. Okay. Whatever it is that you are. We got some questions? Okay. All right. So do you see this? Now, all of a sudden, you don't separate yourself from sales. This is what a lot of entrepreneurs do. And this is why they don't make money in their business, because they don't understand the lifeline of your business is not being a driver. The lifeline of your business is not being a mechanic. The lifeline of your business is not being the landscaper or being the marketer. The lifeline of your business is being a salesperson. You got to get the mindset of that. And when you get the mindset, you got to start developing the skill set. I think we got a few questions. Let me see if I can answer a couple questions for you all. But if you're understanding what I'm saying, I want you to give me some feedback in the comments, because this is really, really critical for a lot of people. And this is going to be the thing that makes or breaks a lot of businesses. Okay. Let's see here. What was the question? How do you increase sales though? Opening a new location didn't increase sales like my other location. Online doesn't work since the cost of shipping is higher than most of the products. Yes, I'm reading the chat. Thank you so much. So the question is, how do you increase sales? Well, the way you increase sales is you, number one, have the mindset that even though you have an online store or even though you have a location, but you're not in the product business of whatever it is that you have. You're in the sales business. So having that mindset, number one, is going to be important. Number two, now you got to develop the skill set. You got to develop the skill set. This is how you increase sales. There's no other way you're going to increase sales. Of course, one way you increase your sales is by learning how to market yourself. So marketing is going to play a very important role, because now you got to get the attention. You got to get the attention of the world. You got to get more people. And marketing is all about you prospecting and getting leads. So let's say, for example, if your store, I'm gonna give you an answer to this. So let's say, for example, if your location where you want to increase sales, let's say if you looked at your location as a funnel. Let's say if it was a funnel, right? And you want to increase your sales, you want to get more sales. Well, the first thing is you got to market yourself to get more attention, because you need people coming into your pipeline. You need people coming into here. How are you going to do that? You're going to do that by calling people, getting people's names and numbers, running ads. You're going to do that by knocking on doors. You're going to do that. You gotta generate leads. You gotta prospect. This is where this is a part of sales. Like marketing, prospecting, and getting leads is a part of sales, but it's still a skill set. You got to develop the skill set to do it. You got to be able to do it, because your business is this funnel. Now, when you start getting people, because you got their names and their numbers and their email addresses, how are you going to increase your sales? Nobody's just going to randomly show up to your business and buy your products and services because you think your products and services are good. How is that working? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. The way people buy your products and services is, number one, you get their attention. And when you get their attention, you're able to make some type of exchange with them, whether it's you giving them something and in return they give you their eyes and their ears and their time. But somehow you've got to be able to bring them into some type of business cycle or sales funnel so that you can walk them through a process. Now, this can happen through a landing page, but it can also happen through a phone call. It can happen through a presentation. It can happen through somebody walking in a physical door. But if you do not have a skill set of sales and a process that you walk people through, you just winging it. You just winging it. So for example, when I'm on the phone with somebody, I have a process in my mind on what I want to walk that person through in order to become a client, in order to become a customer. If I have a physical building or location or store that people are walking in, are they walking into a sales funnel, or they're just walking into an establishment that you haven't thought through, right? If somebody goes to your website, if they go to your YouTube page or your social media page, are they coming into an ecosystem that you have strategically put together with a process because you understand this? If not, you got to learn this. And so now you can walk them through a process so that once they become a prospect or a lead, once you get their attention, now what are the steps that you take in order for them to become a client or a customer? There are certain steps that got to be taken so that they can become a customer and a client. I'm not going to really have a lot of more time to talk about this, but this is something that you have to not just get the mindset of, but you got to get the skill set for. And so if you know you need to put a sales process, you need some type of step-by-step process for your business, I want to give you access to a program that we have. And in our program, we literally teach you how to put a sales process together. We teach you how to put a script. We teach you how to build your business out so that your business can be a sales funnel and a pipeline, so that you can learn how to market and get attention so people can come into the ecosystem, whether it's through your landing page, whether it's through your social media pages, whether it's through your channel, whether it's through your website, whether it's through a brick and mortar, whether it's through an email or a phone call. Once people start coming into your business community, your cycle, your system, now you got to have certain steps that you walk them through in terms of giving them the value to show them that becoming a client and a customer is the best decision that they can make. But you're not going to just, this not going to just happen because you got a business. This is not going to just happen because you think it's a good idea. It's going to happen because you train and you develop the skill set. And so now you are very strategic and intentional in everything that you do. So everything that I do, whether it's this show, whether it's my social media pages, whether it's my website, whether it's an event that I'm hosting, a presentation that I'm giving, whether it's a call that I'm on, an email that I'm sending, I have this thing in mind because I know sales is the lifeline of my business. I'm not going to be in business if I don't make no sale. But I also know that there are steps in a process that has to happen in order for me to be able to make a sale, in order for my company to continue to generate revenue. So I want to give you access to that program. If you know sales is an issue for you, if you know that you cannot make sales, you're having a problem making enough sales, you got to get on a program so that you can develop the skill set on how to do it so that you can increase it. So you're going to continue to see sales the better you get. It's just inevitable. It's not about how good you are in your product or how good you are with your service. It's really not. Now, of course, your product should be good. Your services should be good, because if they're not good, if people ever buy them, they won't never buy them again, and then they're going to talk bad about you. So your products and services have to be good. But in order to get somebody to even purchase it, you can't think that they're going to just do it because it's a good thing to do. No, they're going to do it because you are assisting them. You are assisting them. You are helping them understand how valuable what you have is. And in that assistance, they become a customer, they become a client, but you have to know how to do it. It's no different than if you want to go to another country outside of the United States of America. Let's say if you wanted to travel to another country, right? Well, guess what? If you wanted to travel to another country, are you going to get in a car or are you going to get on an aircraft? Most likely you're going to get on the aircraft. But the person who's the pilot, they have to have the skill set to fly the doggone plane, or else they not going to get you to where you want to go. So your business is a vehicle, and you got to know how to run that vehicle. And you got to have the skill set to bring people into that vehicle and to get them to that sale, to becoming a client, to having a relationship with you. So I want to give you access to this program. Our sales program is just one of the many programs that we have in our mentorship program to help you, So we have two versions of mentorship. We have a virtual program that you can be mentored by me virtually, and we have a physical one-on-one program that you could be mentored by me virtually and one-on-one in person. It's just up to you. Either way, I want you to text the word millionaire, because we have a program to show you how to put a sales system in place. We show you how to put a sales process. I give you a step-by-step plan on how you can do it. And if you use it, you're going to see an increase in sales, because if you don't have a sales process, that's one of the reasons why you're not making enough sales. So you can text the word millionaire right now to 404-478-7213. So again, we have a virtual mentorship program. It's called the Millionaire Blueprint. So you get access to our sales training, you get access to our marketing programs, you get access to our business and financial programs, but more importantly, you get access to a program to show you how to put a sales process together. How do you build a sales funnel and a pipeline for your business? How do you turn your business into a sales funnel and a sales pipeline? And maybe you need more than virtual mentorship. If you need physical, in-person, one-on-one coaching with me, we have that version as well. So it's up to you. But either way, I want you to text millionaire so we can have a conversation. Let's chop it up for a few minutes. Let's talk and let's see what we can do to help put a program together for you and what we have to offer, and see what you need for your business so that we can help you increase your sales, your revenue, your income, your money, your profits, and get you to the next level. So text the word millionaire to 404-478-7213. I appreciate all of you so much, and thank all of you for supporting us on the show, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube page. We're getting to 10,000. That's what we're getting to. We're getting to 10,000 subscribers. We have a little over 7,000, and I want us to get to 10,000, and I need your help. I need your support. So subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram. We have a business community, a private Facebook page on Facebook as well. Either way, I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to helping you put your sales process together so that you can start making more money and seeing more success in your personal, your professional, and your financial life. So we'll be back Monday right here, same place, same time on the Ramon Preston Show. Have an amazing week.